guys, it's Dom, and welcome back to another movie reaction. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I make bookish and movie content with some travel and miscellaneous collection content spread here and there. Today's going to be another movie reaction because I thought it would be fun to do Halloween movies all throughout October, every Saturday of October. So by the time of filming this, it is already past the first day of fall. We went from 80 to 60 degrees in 24 hours, and there's a crisp in the air. My lamp is on despite it being 11:53 in the morning because it's raining, and what better way to spend a morning like this than drinking coffee and watching a spooky movie? While I'm sick, I got a cold already. It's like fall has hardly begun and I already have a cold, and I was on my deathbed last night. It was terrible. So today we're going to watch Nosferatu. So usually I do book to movie adaptations. That's the movies I kind of want to do so I can compare them to the book. But Halloween I thought I would make some exceptions, but turns out 2 of the 5 movies I have planned were books. This is one of them, because Nosferatu is based off Dracula, which I have read, and I just thought it would be fun to do an old movie, because all the movies I want to do this year are classic horror movies I have never seen before. I have never seen Nosferatu, despite it coming out 98 years ago. It's from 1922. Nosferatu is just a German vampire, so a lot of people didn't know who this guy was today's day and age. A lot of people didn't know who he was, but my generation, especially, learned who he was thanks to an episode of SpongeBob that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Nosferatu!
And I've been wanting to watch this movie ever since I found out Nosferatu is a real character, and what better way to do it than a movie reaction. It's free on YouTube. There's 2 versions, so I did not know which one to go with, so I just went with the one with the most views. And without further ado, let's get started. This music's already spooky and what I'd imagine for vampire movies. Nosferatu, does not this word sound like the call of death? The death bird at midnight. You dare not say it, since the pictures of life will fade into dark shadows. Ghostly screams will rise from your heart and feed on your blood. I thought a lot about the beginning and the end of the great death in my hometown Wisborg. This is how the story goes. Hutter and his young wife Ellen lived in Wisborg. Oh, look at the cat. I realized without dialogue, this is going to be a hard movie to react to. There was also the real estate agent Knock. Many rumors were circulated about him. Only one thing was certain, he paid his people well. See kids, this is why they tell you to learn cursive in school, because I'm either struggling with cursive or I'm illiterate in general. I don't know. Calling myself illiterate as if this isn't a book channel. We love to see it. That is a freaky ass face. Alright. I love how overdramatic the acting was in these movies, because they kind of had to be in order to, since, you know, no one's talking, they had to be overdramatic and to get their point across, and I love it. You know, if housing a vampire in my house meant becoming a billionaire or something, I'd do it. Even if he kills me in the end, at least I died with $1 billion to my name. Do you think when they're talking in these movies, are they actually saying the dialogue we're reading, or are they just moving their mouths? For all I know, they could just be going like, ma, 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 rather than saying the dialogue we're reading. Shouldn't look too happy about that. Girl, he could be rich. The young Hutter traveled many dusty roads, but finally he could see the glowing peaks of the Carpathian? Oh, I missed the rest. Oh well. See, I'm illiterate. Is that a Tasmanian devil? That has got to be a Tasmanian devil. I'm gonna look this up. Oh, it's a hyena? That like crossed my mind. What's that extinct animal? Oh, okay. I know what I thought it was. I thought it was the Tasmanian tiger, I guess it's called. Yeah, I thought it was a Tasmanian tiger because of its stripe, or the Tasmanian wolf. That's what it's called. The thylacine. Oh boy. I'm gonna regret that. Ooh, tea. So I guess even in like the old days of scary movies, You get all the hints in the beginning and people are still dumbasses and still go for it, I swear. Oh god. Bro, really? Oh, my Wi-Fi went out. No fucking wonder. Oh. Even not seeing his face, just that stance right there, you could tell he's creepy. Yo, I dip. If a stranger just grabbed my bleeding hand like that, I'd dip. And then again, I'm also just not living in a scary movie, so. Time to dip. Time to dip. With the sun rising, all of Hunter's dark thoughts of the night were vanishing. Oh, as the sun's rising here. So cheesy, I love it. I don't think those are mosquito bites, dude. I wonder what it was like living in 1922 and watching this. Oh. Bro, fucking dip. I respect the hustle. Honestly. Oh. That's a sleep paralysis demon right there. That would scare the shit out of me. Let's not do that. Her fears an unknown illness. I know, however, that her soul had heard the call of death. The call of the death bird tonight. Alright, already Nosferatu spread his wings in the morning light. Hunter decided to explore the house of horror. Can you imagine being the organ player at these things? Or just not organ player, but just the musicians in general at these live movies, because they played them live, and you're just playing music non-stop for an hour and a half. Insane. Oh. No. Bye. Yeah, that's right. Go. Leave. Dip. Dip. Run. Peace out. Bye. That was cool. I was just thinking about that. Stop motion in the 1920s, because I watched stuff like that in my animation class in college. Oh, those poor guys. Oh. These things are on the screen for so long, I'm glad they take into account slow readers. Oh my god, I remember when my teacher brought one of those plants to school. I was in like 1st or 2nd grade, and it blew my mind that they existed. And every time we left the classroom, we would all run back to see if it caught a fly. Only twice I remember it eating a fly. Because I don't think we had the plant for very long before she took it back home. I mean, can't be alive without it, so I feel that. Ellen went to the beach often to spend time alone in the dunes. She longed for her beloved. Her eyes searched far across the waters. Oh, is it also a cemetery? Cemetery or like memorial for those who died at sea. Near, 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 near. I love how women back then always looked like they were about to faint? And I just found out, because you know how you read books and the women are always fainting? Like in Count of Monte Cristo, they were constantly fainting. And I just found out it was because their corsets were too tight. Like, I always knew they wore corsets, but it's like, how tight were they that you were always, like, fainting? Because you know when you panic, you have that loss of air, and I'm sure the tight corset doesn't help. Thank God I don't have to wear those anymore. Come on, how did he not feel that? That was a huge pizza. Like, wasn't that the newspaper? He had to have felt that. Plague. A plague epidemic has broken out in Transylvania in the ports of Yarna and Galag in the Black Sea. Young people are dying. Oh, okay. Oh. That's actually really cool though, like given the technology back then, that they could do that, into the dark grave of the sea. In the light of sunset, Captain and ship's mate said goodbye to the last comrade. I love how dramatic these are. I'm here for it. Whee! Oh, I thought he was gonna murder that shipmate. That... Look at the hands! Time to dip. Got a blast.
Got a blast!
Oh. The death ship had a new captain. The death ship, that's hilarious. Oh, bitch, not again. This woman has huge eyes. Like, I'm kind of jealous. This music right here sounds like it should be in Disney World at like a princess parade or something. And I'm saying that as a former cast member. Especially in, ooh, this would be great in Haunted Mansion. That ride is so good. Oh, I kind of like that framing. Because I'm sure in the 20s, like, the rules of violence in movies was probably different than it is now. So it's like framed so you only see the old vampire, not the guy dying. I kind of like that. That's a good way to work around that. I think it's hilarious that I'm watching this vampire movie when I'm in the middle of rereading Twilight. And the lore is so different. Rereading Twilight is a fucking adventure right now. I love how he's just casually carrying that around. Can you imagine just minding your own business and you see a guy carrying around his coffin? How romantic. Oh, that was so cool. That's why I want to know what it was like for people in the 20s to watch this, since that technology was, you know, new back then, whereas like today we could just do that and it's not surprising, but like back then that had to be so creepy. I mean, when it was just Nosferatu, technically it was still no living soul. Crew, accept myself as the captain, one helmsman, one ship's mate. It's boring. Alright. This movie, I can't believe it. It's less than 100 years old, and we've come so far in filmmaking, and I think that's amazing. Damn. Watching this during a current day plague. Announcement. The mayor announces that ill or plague-stricken people should not be seen on the streets and cannot be taken to the hospital. They must remain in their homes and die, basically. I wonder how translating worked back then. Since this is a German film, I'm assuming all the, what are they called, like talking cards? Dialogue cards? I'm assuming all those dialogue cards were in German. So it's like, like you could, I can imagine translating modern day stuff is easy, like the subtitles, but how do you, like this is all on film, so I wonder how they did the translating. Do I have any film buffs? Can you let me know in the comments? Hutter had pleaded with Ellen not to touch the book with the faces that had frightened him. But she could not resist a strange force. This is Adam and Eve all over again. I love watching a movie about a plague, and the movie came out in the 1920s. During the 2020s when there is a plague. We love to see it. This makes me want to reread Dracula though. I'm also rewatching Penny Dreadful that has Dracula in it. So now I want to reread Dracula, Frankenstein, Dorian Gray, Jekyll and Hyde. Those would be great reads right now too for spooky season. Nobody can save you unless a sinless maiden makes a vampire forget the first crow of the cock. Ooh. She's gonna be the savior. Girl, you know what you have to do. The gossipers, the town gossipers. And they're right. They're not wrong. Oh my god. Oh, the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, your wife is like, I was gonna say, your wife is screaming and panicking and like, you can't hear her. It's creepy shadow. Ooh. That's horrifying. Okay, that's creepy. Just seeing him in that tiny corner. So he did it then? He bit her? Oh, here comes the sun. By the Beatles. That's a cool coat he's wearing. Bye, peace out. So dramatic. Oh, she's dead too. Peace out. The wonder truly happened. The great death ended the same hour before the triumphant waves of the sun. I missed that. Of the living sun. The darkness of death. The darkness of the death. Oh my god. Was blown away. Okay. Alright. That was an adventure. And I really enjoyed that. Okay, so that was Nosferatu. My camera died as soon as it ended, so what are the odds? I don't really have a thought, excuse you, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it other than that it was cute, you know? It wasn't as spooky as I was expecting going into it just because of the comments kind of ruined that for me. I have no complaints. I mean, like, yeah, if I didn't switch my mindset, then yeah, it's a crappy movie, but like, I think people need to remember going into these movies because I see critique like this a lot when it comes to older movies. Like, people watch them with the modern eye, they forget to not do that. But for a movie that came out in 1922, I thought it was great. I thought the graphics were great for its time. I would love to do like time travel. Like, if I had a time machine, what I would do is take it to go back to watch these old movies, read these old books. Like, I would have loved to read Dracula when it came out. Because, you know, the big mystery of Dracula is what kind of creature is he? But like, nowadays we know what kind of creature he is, so it doesn't work as well. Same thing with Jekyll and Hyde. The whole mystery of the book is who is Mr. Hyde? We know who Mr. Hyde is, right? So I would love to go back and watch this movie in theaters in 1922. I think that would be so fun. So the next video I'm going to be uploading is going to be bookish related. Next Saturday, tune in for Vincent Price's House of Wax. It's going to be a great time. And without further ado, I'm going to peace out, so I'll see you guys later. Ciao, tutti.